Today I am going to discuss about anaphylaxis. Accidentally, Dr. Ring and Dr. Mesmer got through part 2 anesthesiology exam. Because of that unexpected happiness, Dr. Ring decided to give a party to his family. So he went to a hotel with his father and mother. There were a lot of flowers in the hotel and a lot of pollen as well. That pollen was inhaled by Dr. Ring's mother and father, and that pollen went to lung, and alveolar macrophage engulfed those pollen and completely removed from the body. So unfortunately, Dr. Ring's alveolar macrophage was unable to completely digest the material and removed. Because of that, alveolar macrophage represent that undigested part into cell surface using major histocompatibility class 2 molecule and ask, I can't digest this one alone, please someone help me. So when macrophage asked for help, rapidly T helper cell come into action and ask from macrophage, yes macrophage, what happened to you? This nasty molecule I can't digest completely, please help me. So what does T helper cell does is, they are going to secrete large number of interleukin, mainly interleukin 4 and interleukin 13. Those interleukin can go and act on the same T helper cells and increase the colony of that T helper cells, what we call as colony expansion of T cells. So in addition to that, this interleukin go and stimulate your B lymphocyte, and B lymphocyte convert into plasma cells. And that plasma cell is going to secrete IgE immunoglobulin, which are specific for pollen antigen. Now this IgE molecule go and bind to your mast cells and basophils. Now mast cells and basophils are ready to identify the second exposure of same antigen containing pollen. So after about 1 month, he decided to give a party to his girlfriend, red and hot girlfriend, black and dark boyfriend, like me. So red and hot girlfriend and black and dark boyfriend went to same hotel, because that hotel is very beautiful and he doesn't know this thing happened in his body. In addition to that, food also very tasty. But unfortunately, with the second exposure, this same pollen go into his lung, alveolar macrophage digest as much as possible, and the remaining antigen part come into circulation. That antigen come and bind to your IgE molecule. Ideally 2 IgE molecules should be stimulated by one antigen. Once they stimulate the mast cells and basophils, they are going to secrete large number of vasoactive anaphylactic substance. Those are including histamine, tryptase, those are preformed in the mast cell, preformed. In addition to that, newly formed leukotrienes, thromboxane and various cytokines going to release. Because of those substances, Mr. Ring's body now start to develop various symptoms. Those are include I am not having coronavirus, just throat irritation. So number 1 is Dr. Ring's body developed urticaria rash, lip swellings, bronchospasm, hypotension, bradycardia, tachycardia, and even cardiac arrest. Fortunately, Dr. Rings survived, but somehow his girlfriend left because of that reaction. She was so afraid about the Dr. Rings having major disease, because of that she left. So that sad story was heard by Dr. Mesner. Dr. Mesners make a call to Dr. Ring and ask what happened to you and what I should do to prevent such a condition. So two major advice was given by Dr. Ring. Number one says, first of all go with girlfriend. Later on go with mother and father. Then your girlfriend not going to left you, because I had attack in second episode, not in the first episode. Second one is, try to choose a place without pollen or very closed environment. So try to choose a place without pollen, closed environment. So then Dr. Mesners thought to give a party inside the theatre, because it is very sterile and does not containing any pollen. Because of that, very unlikely to develop reaction to Dr. Mesners. But unfortunately, there are a lot of atracurium, succinylcholine, propofol, antibiotic, neuromuscular blocking agent. Those agents can directly stimulate the mast cells once we give into the patient's body. So atracurium, succinylcholine and propofol can directly, non-specific manner can stimulate the mast cells. In addition to that, vancomycin can directly stimulate the mast cell by using the phospholipase system and calcium dependent pathway. And the neuromuscular blockers also, mast related G protein coupled receptor X2 mediated stimulation of the mast cell can be done. Because of that stimulation, mast cell going to produce various anaphylactic substance. So Dr. Mesners also developed various symptoms which compatible with allergic reaction. In addition to that, later on found, when Dr. Mesmer exposed into the cold weather or even with the tight touch, he developed rash there. So it may be due to part of mastocytosis. Mastocytosis, one of the disease which abnormal clonal expansion of the mast cells. So when it comes into cutaneous mastocytosis, large amount of mast cells present in your cutaneous area. Even with a minor degree of stimulation, you can see the erythema and skin reaction. So he had the features of mastocytosis previously. Because of that, he easily can develop reaction. But they have found in patient with mastocytosis, incidence of allergic reaction not going to increase even though they present large number of mast cells in their body. In addition to that, Dr. Mesners did one of the wrong thing there. Because of these reactions, urticaria, rash and those things, he and the body weakness and faintishness, he took non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs to relieve the symptom for a while. But unfortunately, it also can stimulate the mast cells. It can't stimulate mast cells, but it can trigger the immune reaction by mast cell independent mechanism. You know, your membrane phospholipid convert into arachidonic acid. Arachidonic acid can go in two pathways. One is cyclooxygenase pathway, one is lipoxygenase pathway. If somebody going to block cyclooxygenase pathway using COX inhibitors or non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug, more and more leukotriene going to produce. Leukotriene is one of the substance now they identified as slow reacting substance in anaphylaxis. In addition to that, leukotriene is one of the powerful vasoconstrictor. It can constrict the vessels. Here, Dr. Mesners developed allergic reaction, but it is not came to the true cell line like here. Because of that, we are calling as Dr. Mesners developed non-allergic hypersensitivity reaction. Dr. Mesners developed non-allergic hypersensitivity reaction. But when coming to Dr. Rings, he developed reaction come through the various through pathway. Because of that, we are calling Dr. Rings developed allergic hypersensitivity reaction. Dr. Rings developed allergic hypersensitivity reaction. Because of this sad incidents, Dr. Rings and Mesners meet together and discuss about what happened to them. And Dr. Ring asked from Dr. Mesners, what are the symptoms you had? Dr. Mesners said, initially I had urticaria rash, and lip swelling angioedema. Later on, I developed moderate bronchospasm and moderate hypotension. Moderate bronchospasm, moderate hypotension. Later on, I developed moderate bronchospasm and moderate hypotension. Followed by, I developed little bit of severe hypotension as well. Then Dr. Messner asked from Dr. Ring, what happened to you? I developed severe hypotension. I developed severe hypotension and severe bronchospasm. Then I went to cardiac arrest. So first of all, they develop urticaria rash and angioedema. Secondarily, they develop moderate degree of bronchospasm and moderate degree of hypotension. And then later on, they develop severe hypotension and severe bronchospasm. Finally, they develop cardiac arrest. People with severe hypotension and severe bronchospasm, the urticaria rash also can be seen. All the top one can be seen with lower one. The patient with cardiac arrest, before cardiac arrest, patient develops severe hypotension, severe bronchospasm. Before that, moderate bronchospasm, moderate hypotension. Before that, urticaria rash and angioedema. So this grading system, what we are calling as, because they are discussed by Ring and Messmer, because of that we are calling as Ring and Messmer grading system of anaphylaxis. So Ring and Messmer's grading system of anaphylaxis. Then Ring and Messmer discuss what we should do to prevent next episode. So we can have next episode of anaphylaxis. So we should take action to prevent next episode. So Dr. Messmer said, in that case, first of all, we should stop offending agent. In that case, we should stop offending agent. Same time, we will ask for help. We will ask for help. And after that, if you are patient under anesthesia, you should lighten the anesthesia, reduce the level of anesthesia. Why? Anesthetic drug also depress the myocardium and it dilate the vessels. Your anaphylactic reaction also depress the myocardium and the dilate vessels. So anaphylactic pathogenic action will be worsened by high degree of anesthesia. You have to reduce the level of anesthesia. In addition to that, you have to elevate the foot end. Elevate foot end. It will increase the venous return to the heart, what we call as Trendelenburg position. Trendelenburg position. Use Trendelenburg position. Then try to secure the airway. Airway is one of the major killers. When come from the ABC management, airway is the first one. Why we need airway security? First is, some patients develop anaphylactic reaction following neuromuscular blockers. If you are not protecting the airway and you are managing the circulatory thing, your patient going to stop breathing because of the neuromuscular blockers. So we have to secure the airway. Not because of that, in case of each and every emergency, you have to first attend the airway, breathing, circulation, likewise manner. So you have to secure the airway, then you have to start liberal fluid. Why liberal fluid? What they say is, in through case of anaphylaxis, like here, allergic hypersensitivity reaction, like through case of anaphylaxis, patient can lost approximately 73% of their plasma volume within first 15 to 20 minutes. That means within first 15 to 20 minutes can lose even 73% of plasma volume. That means if your patient having 1000 ml plasma, 730 can be lost within first 15 to 30 minutes. Because of that, your patient may need a liberal fluid during the period of anaphylaxis. How are you going to give fluid? Initially you can try with 20 ml per kg fluid bolus. If necessary, you can repeat it. Then comes the drug of choice of anaphylaxis, adrenaline. How are you going to give adrenaline? You can give 50 to 100 microgram increment while watching the parameters. Your target should be mean arterial pressure more than 60 in order to maintain the cerebral and coronary perfusion. So you can give incremental dose of adrenaline 50 to 100 microgram at a time. You can repeat several bolus and then you can even start infusion. Infusion usually 0.05 to 0.5 microgram per kg per minute. Some patient can go into grade 4 anaphylactic shock, that means cardiac arrest. In that case, you have to give adrenaline 1 milligram, 1 in 10,000 solution, followed by flush, and you have to start CPR. You have to repeat those adrenaline every 3 to 5 minutes, because most of the time cardiac arrest situation in patient with anaphylaxis is pulseless electrical activity. In addition to that, if your patient develops severe hypotension, systolic blood pressure less than 50, National Audit Project 6 suggests to start cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Before going to cardiac arrest, you have to start cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Some patient during the shock period can develop paradoxical bradycardia. Usually with the shock, patient develop tachycardia, but some patient can develop paradoxical bradycardia. We'll see how patient develop paradoxical bradycardia. With the reduced venous, when you are severely hypotense, your venous return to the left heart will be severely compromised. Because of that, left heart think no point of contracting without fluid. No point of contracting without fluid. Because of that, the rate of the contraction, so rate of the heart will be gradually reduced in order to preserve the diastolic function. In order to preserve the diastolic function, what we call as Bisolgeris reflex. So because of that, heart rate start to go down. In that case, on top of that, if you are going to give atropine for that kind of patient, it will be worst. Because atropine, first of all, go and stimulate your AV node and further reduce the heart rate. Your patient can go into cardiac arrest. Patient can develop bradycardia. If your patient develop bradycardia, you have to do adrenaline, not the atropine. So, what do you think about histamine receptor blockers? H1 receptor blockers, H2 receptor blockers. What do you think? H2 receptor blockers you can use for symptomatic management. For the anaphylaxis management, it will not help you that much. But H1 receptor blockers for symptomatic management in awake patient. Awake patient can develop urticaria and skin manifestation. To relieve that, you can use H1 receptor blockers. If your patient develops bronchospasm, you have to nebulize with salbutamol or terbutaline. You can repeat it every 15 to 20 minutes. And in addition to that, you can consider methyl prednisolone 1 to 2 milligram per kilogram. In spite of your effort, sometime you may feel your patient is still hypotensive, what we call as refractory anaphylaxis. It may be due to refractory anaphylaxis, may be due to underdosing of adrenaline, overdose of adrenaline, Can overdose of adrenaline cause refractory hypotension? Yes, I will explain it. With the overdosing of adrenaline, what happened is your beta receptors start to downregulate. Because of that, no more beta receptors to stimulate the heart. So because of that, your patient can be hypotensive. Number 2, when you are going to use more than 1 milligram adrenaline, your heart going into some kind of stress. Because of that stress, heart going to reduce contraction, what we call as Takotsubo syndrome. Takotsubo syndrome. Overdosing cause downregulation of beta receptors. In addition to this, Takotsubo syndrome. Takotsubo syndrome also can lead to hypotension. In addition to that, delaying starting adrenaline, this one refractory anaphylaxis. Delaying starting adrenaline, it may be due to inadequate fluid, failure to stop offending agent. Sometime I had come across a patient with anaphylaxis. We try to manage several ways, but still patient having anaphylaxis. The anaphylaxis is due to indwelling catheter. The antibiotic coated CVP line can cause anaphylaxis. In that case, we don't know that anaphylaxis is due to what. So we have to remove the CVP line as well in that case. So in addition to that, last one, the failure to reduce the anesthesia also one of the cause for refractory anaphylaxis. Failure to reduce anesthesia. So once your patient having refractory anaphylaxis, you can try with various other drugs. Once you exclude those things, you can try with various drugs. You can add vasopressin. You can add noradrenaline. You can add glucagon in case of beta blocker. They found that with the start of vasopressin, some patients drastically improved, because now your beta receptor is already functioning out, already saturated. Because of that, your V1, V2 receptors stimulation, mainly V1 receptor stimulation can increase your blood pressure, and you can be normal with vasopressin infusion. So if your patient still fail with those mechanisms, you can consider extracorporeal membrane oxygenation until you get rid from anaphylactic reaction which happen in the body. So we'll see what I am going to do once your patient having anaphylaxis in the theatre, whether to continue the surgery or whether to stop the surgery. If your patient having Rinnan-Mesmer's grade 1 and 2 reaction, that means maximum moderate degree of bronchospasm and moderate degree of hypotension, you can safely conduct the surgery. But if your patient develop grade 3 reaction, that means severe hypotension and severe bronchospasm, they have found even though you continue the surgery, there is no difference between the mortality and morbidity. Even though you continue the surgery, there is no difference between the mortality and morbidity. So grade 4 stroke to the grade 4 anaphylaxis, definitely you have to postpone the surgery because patient went to cardiac arrest as well. So what are the most common substances in the theatre which can cause anaphylaxis? What are the most common substances in the theatre which can cause anaphylaxis? Antibiotic, number 1, approximately 48% antibiotic. Second one is neuromuscular blockers, approximately 25%. Number 3 is patent blue dye. Number 4, antiseptic, mainly chlorhexidine. Sometimes latex allergy also come far down in the list. Previously latex allergy discussed more, but National Audit Project did not found any latex allergy patients in their research. So what are you going to do following successful management of patient with anaphylaxis? You need to have a good follow-up in order to prevent development of further episode. Number 1 is you can assess various enzyme level. You can assess histamine level. But unfortunate thing is histamine is very short lasting. Because of that you may not catch up high histamine level, short lasting. Number 2, you can do tryptase level. Tryptase peak level usually after 2 hours of onset of symptoms. You can check 1 hour, 2 hour value, 6 hour value or 24 hour value. Somehow what I am going to check is the maximum value to normal value difference. 1.2 time elevation from baseline. Considered as significant elevation of mast cell activity in body. In addition to that, you can do skin prick test. Serum IgE analysis. Last one you can do is basophil activation test. So you can check the histamine level, you can measure the tryptase level. You looking for the 1.2 time elevation of normal from baseline value. You can do the skin prick test, you can do the serum IgE, you can do basophil activity level check. Those are the things you can do to manage in the management of anaphylaxis. Thank you.